on 2nd and goal.
You can't block me.
This will be Dalton again. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. And his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half.
That lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Oh, able to avoid him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith, dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Throwing now is Geno.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You had one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 8. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies.
An NFC East battle right off the bat. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, an important season is about to begin for Eli Manning.
Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrich Rosas. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense. Our top. It's our top.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
You can't get past me.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott running one flat. He's got a man. Complete. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top. 31 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. But we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check it back.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Manning on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Manning going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction. This is caught inside the 15.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
54, check, watch 54,
Manning to Barkley on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Then Latimer's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Eli Manning, what a fixture he has been for the Giants organization, making his 15th opening day start in this game, going all the way back to 2005. Quarterback, the Giants drafting Daniel Jones out of Duke, 6th overall in the 2019 draft. On second down, Barkley will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He gets it complete to Latimer. And he's got this down to the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Manning. And Tate's got it.
Let's go, baby.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
You can hit him underneath now.
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defensive given.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Manning, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 27 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the line.
Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Redskins who were victorious in that one on the road. Adrian Peterson, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers slinging it. 3 touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Chris Carson has a touchdown run. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing is Manning. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation,
through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 39 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Elliott, running right through it. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Elliott on first down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. On second down now, it's Elliott. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On third down, Elliott.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. He completes it to Tate. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. On second down, Barkley, a big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is caught, one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Going to run again here with Pollard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Manning. This is Shepard on the catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
Here comes the boom!
A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Now the throw on third down. Knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. To throw is Prescott. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I need you all day, Mike.
So after the INT, it's Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Now Austin.
We got this.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Cooper was the target there. to throw. Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He's back to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Manning. Inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Ready up. Mike 5-4. Come on.
To throw is Manning. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate with 9 seconds remaining. And the Giants have taken the lead.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And partner, it's been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Giants, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis, the players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. You have an injury from the last game. See how long they'll be out.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wheel. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reason.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do, lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do, lace up the shoes, chase W's. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see fourth-year quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense led by their new quarterback, Case Keenum. Now, Keenum, a guy, he's seen his fair share of highs and lows in this game. The high, likely his 22-touchdown season for the Vikings in 2017, and the low probably being traded by Denver after one 6-10 season. But here he is, ready to rock and roll. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Peterson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A toss play. This is Peterson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. You got to get the ball until you get the ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Keenum got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Keenum going to try and throw on 3rd down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Cole Richardson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play.
They get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man, now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Here we go.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. 4th-round guy, and many thought that's about where he would go, but I think he's got some upside, right?
He can come right in and be what they call a core special teams player, play all 4 phases of it, and have a chance to work his way into the lineup. I think a year or 2 down the road, they could have a solid starter.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle made by Tanner Vallejo. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Prescott now. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are